To the Alexandrian Codex. I am Alex. This is Fallout 2. We are done looking for Willie. The search for Willie is gonna have to resume some other time. I kind of want the stim packs. Do I have anything to sell here? I do. Do you have 223s? Because that's what I'm really wanting for. Why the fuck haven't I been picking up guns? Oh my god. Yeah, why haven't I been picking up guns? I know I'm rolling in money, and Sulik has some guns on him. Maybe we don't need to. Oh no, man. I absolutely feel that. I've been saying I'm an old person for years. I think at like 16 I felt about 60. And nothing wrong with that. Then I was a very alcoholic, partying 60-year-old in college, but I, I feel much older than I am. I'm a embittered person in my heart, in a good way. I'm a very critical person. Can be good. Can also be annoying as hell. Wait, did we take those glasses back to New Reno? And did I not just cross that off? Hold up, Main Street. If this is gonna determine what we do next. Yo, Sulik. I've been needing to see if we got glasses here? Yeah, we're done with that. I'm just bad at note-taking. Yeah. Alright, we do not need to go back to New Reno. Vault City, I need to be stronger, so we need power armor before going there. Skeeter and Gecko, why did I write that down? He can upgrade things. I don't actually need him to upgrade anything right now. Golden Globes, I need a higher endurance. I can take buff out to do that. Yeah. I need 9 intelligence to sleep with Mrs. Bishop and learn about that thing. Didn't we do that already? Didn't we do that? Alright, I don't remember. Let's go to New Reno. Nothing else, I can take drugs and become a porn star, and isn't that what everybody wants to do? Thanks for the company. There we go. That's the meta I'm on. I think that's an admirable goal for any community. That in the end, human beings are just looking for community for the most part. I mean, various kinds of community, depending on the human being, depending on the time of their life and what they're looking for. But, and sometimes a lack of community, I expect. But, Salvatore's bar, we killed everyone in here. Here we go. I'm gonna be a star. Actually, no one's made man right now, so I may not be able to try out. We've tried out before, and I think that unlocks the ability to try again, but, well, we'll find out. Go talk to one of the Corsican brothers. Yes, hello. What's this place? Looking for a job? Nah. That poisons us. Okay, so I need to become a made man before doing that. Haven't I killed everyone in town? Have I? Alright, so New Reno. Who haven't I killed? Am I done with Big Jesus? No, right? Where's our car parked? Is it parked on 2nd Street? It's parked on 2nd Street. Okay. I know I'm not done with the Mordinos. Am I done with... You find folks down here? No, it doesn't look like I shot my way out of here. Maybe I just never talked to him. Yeah, I definitely did not kill my way out of here. We may be about to. Yeah, I tried to shoot my way out of here before, but it didn't end well. That's right. Oh, right! Fuck you! I killed Salvatore! And that's why I wanted to come back here and kill you. Salvatore's dead! Salvatore's been dead! He's only a set of legs laying around in his room. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The game... The game tilted me enough because for some reason this is... I hit a bug where Big Jesus Mordino over here doesn't think that Salvador's dead. I want to look at Fallout 2 endings real quick. I'm pretty sure it's the Mordinos I want to leave in power, right? New Reno. Who do I want? Tribals arrive. Bishops? Yeah, no, it's the bishops. Maybe, if anyone. Either the bishops or no one. Yeah, okay. So, Mr. Jesus. Just gonna quick save. Just gonna save over that. Just go ahead and save over this as well. I'm not shooting you because this guy next to me, he has a 10mm submachine gun, and he would have done a lot of damage in one round. Instead, I'm gonna count on my friends to help me out here a little bit. You only have a shotgun. I've tried this enough before. I remember who has the 10mm SMG in the room. Yup. That'll do. Having Marcus makes a world of difference. Suik, what the fuck are you doing? Is he running? If he's running, we're gonna have to reload and make sure he has enough stim packs. Yeah, the rights aren't bad. The rights are really hard to hate. How am I being shot through a corner here? There's no window. Sulik, boy, what are you doing? Oh, just fuck that one guy in particular. Apparently we can shoot through the wall here. Interesting. Interesting. But the rights I killed because they made me a made man, and I don't want to be anyone's made man because once you're a made man, all the other gangs attack you on sight, and I want to do the other quests, so I've just been murdering of everyone. Murdering each and every family one by one, because clearly they're the monsters here, not me. I resent that our dude here is not getting into any fun at all. Cass, please. Please. The entire reason why I picked up another person was there weren't enough of us to do this before. You ready, bitch? That isn't a question, that's a declarative. You were calling somebody a ready bitch. We think you're not at peace with us. Sometimes Sulik makes some sense. Most of the time, Sulik's lines are vaguely nonsensical. Yeah, there were some really interesting attempts made at this game of giving all the different families a slightly different feel. But for the most part, they all kind of read a bit too cliche for me to take any of them seriously. Again, it comes down to the question for me of, in a post-apocalyptic society, why would they restructure their culture in a way reminiscent to our own history? And there goes Sulik. Surprise, surprise. I forgot to give Sulik more stim packs, so that's kind of on me. It's kind of viable in certain post-apocalyptic films and books where it's established as part of the lore that people were educated by movies or remains from the old world like that. But, oh, it's because Sulik starts in close proximity there. No, I'll return my killed him. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Sulik. But in this setting, where no one has watched a holovid or anything else in the 80s and 90s were hundreds of years ago, it's a little weird. Now I know the obvious explanation is the writers were from this time period, so of course they refer to this time period a lot because it resonated with their audience. But resonating or not resonating, it doesn't hold up over time as well as a self-contained narrative or universe. Maybe, in my opinion, but my opinion might be very wrong. Sulik, you have... Oh, God. He just runs out in the fucking hallway. Yeah, who are you aggroing on? Missed. That was embarrassing. I didn't even need to shoot Big Jesus there. Being shot through the wall by the same guy again? Interesting. Yeah, the pathfinding's doing some doing some very weird stuff right now. So why did Sulik want to murder this guy in particular? And why is Cass also wanting to murder that one guy? I do not know. Sulik's mostly on his own, but he's not surrounded by 5 people with SMGs this time. Still probably gonna die if he doesn't take a drastic change of tactics. Well, at least he killed one. Okay, this might go okay. Yeah, something like the 4 families being questionable. Well, it's also like, how many references do we have in modern literature and every day to people from the 1880s or 1890s, or even now the 1910s or 1920s? We have some stuff, like a few references, a few holdovers, and that's only a century ago. And we're not separated from that culture a century ago by an apocalyptic event. An apocalyptic event would really magnify cultural shift over time. Because one of the first things that goes in a... So just died, didn't he? Yep. In an apocalyptic event or in a near catastrophic event is the erasure or rewriting of history. You no longer have the continuity of history being taught the way it was, because history, the story typically being told, is the slow upward movement of the world, of society, of progress, of civilization getting bigger or better or stronger, of innovation, of technology, of industry. But when it all falls apart, that narrative has to change or adapt or be completely rewritten. Yeah, where's my Puritan references? We still have some of those, right? We have... Oh, damn. How much was that crit for? 164. Do it again, player. Not good enough. What, you weren't prepared for a 164 crit? Guess you're not hardcore enough for this game. God, this game can be annoying sometimes. It's specifically 10mm bullets. 10mm SMGs are the bane of my existence in this game. They're very, very good, but they're incredibly, swingy. They're either amazing or terrible, and very little in between. So I wouldn't have any issue with references to the 80s or 90s if they were rare and sporadic, but the writers and designers for Fallout and Fallout 2, and even later games in the series, make references to modern day things much more than sparingly. They add it like salt to popcorn. Or butter to popcorn. Sometimes in overwhelmingly disgusting amounts. I'm gonna have a bad time here if I don't get around here very shortly. Yeah, okay. Well, if I soak up damage instead of Sulik, it's okay. Because I can actively heal myself and trust myself to max out my health, whereas I do not at all trust Sulik to do the same. Marcus, really would have preferred for you to hit him, so that didn't happen. God damn it, it's because our back was turned that they crit. So walking up to the door and putting our back to the door is a bad idea. Oh my god.
You have died. Your quest to find the Garden of Eden.
You have died. Really? Oh, I died, huh? Is that why my corpse exploded into 30 or 40 bloody different chunks? Huh. Thanks, game. Would not have put that together without that melodramatic title screen at the end. Really adding in a valuable, necessary part of the game there. Spending minutes, precious hours putting that into the game. Recording the audio file, making the animated death screen, using up entire, maybe like a megabyte or two on the disc. Oh yeah. Narrative and critique and introspection into modern society is a absolutely necessary and vitally important aspect of any game. Games are first and foremost, in my mind, they're entertainment, but they're art. And good art is political. Good art is aware of its social context and environment and atmosphere. Just using that power to make jokes about, hey, how many other people have seen this fucking Monty Python movie, huh? Yeah, we're gonna have 3 separate events reference Monty Python and the Holy Grail because, hey, did you see this new thing that we saw that we enjoyed? Yeah, I like this. Do you like this? Too much. But thinly veiled parallels or well-veiled parallels between like ongoing political things and the subject matter of your game, that's completely normal. Films and novels and music have done that for centuries and centuries, and it's kind of the point or societal benefit of it. But it makes something age very poorly, right? If all the humor, or a good part of the humor in this game, is based on you having seen 5 or 6 movies from the mid-90s, if you haven't seen those 5 or 6 movies, if you were born 10 years, 20 years later, born today, 20 years later, you're gonna miss a lot of that context. Yeah, player choice is very important, and player agency and autonomy is very important, and feeling like nobody likes to be in a room with a bunch of people who have an inside joke that you're not privy to. Nobody likes that. That's very, very uncomfortable. Can I push you? Thank you, Sulik. And this game really does that a lot. Has that same sort of atmosphere of like, hey, remember, insert cultural reference? I do, game, but I'm here for your story. I'm here for your narrative. I'm not here to be like, hey, you also remember pop culture thing from mid to late 90s? I don't know. But that's a dismission. That's a de-escalation on my part. I do know. I have very strong opinions and very strong assessments of the role of art in culture and politics and the intermingling of them, and that it seems to me to be a missed opportunity to not take full advantage of the platform if you're going to put that much energy into it. Yeah. You want it to be subtle, though. If your goal is introspection or to get your players to think, you want it to be subtle. You don't want it to be oh my god, what was that new fucking David Cage game that came out? Detroit Become Human. You don't want it to be that. You don't want it to be like, hey, this is a really lazy analogy for racism. Definitely really, really lazy analogy for racism. I'm gonna preach to you, audience, via this game, and if you don't abide by my values, you're going to have a suboptimal ending. Yeah, having robots sit on the back of the bus is just a bridge too fucking far. Like, there's subtlety and imagery, you could evoke feelings of, God, of American history, but Jesus fucking Christ, it's tone deaf. It's tone deaf for a fucking white guy to be making that many references to a very sensitive period in American history and be super fucking preachy about it. Like, that's not your story to be selling, dude. You are... Let somebody else do this. Hopefully with more subtlety and insight and artistry. Yeah. Really, the scene where... Who are you playing as? Marcus, at that point? Sitting in the back of the bus is... I mean, there's heavy-handed, and then there's just, like... thinking your audience are idiots heavy-handed, and that's definitely the latter. Like, that's too much. Too much. I failed to disable... Excuse you? I fail no such lockpick. I'll take these, and this. Now, one thing I had been putting off, and still am putting off, is we need to get our traps to 75 before we come back to Reno. And I'm remembering this now. We need our trap to be at 75 so that we can sleep with Mrs. Bishop, talk to her about being from Vault City, and then talk to her about blowing up her husband. And then blow up her husband. But our trap needs to be at level 75 to accomplish that, I think. No, it's absolutely vulgar. It's appropriative and clumsy. It's very clumsy. It's written as if, and this seems almost derogatory to high schoolers, it seems like a college class film or something I wrote when I was 14 years old, thinking about like, oh yeah, but then you find out the robots go on the back of the bus. You know, like Rosa Parks. Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Look at it. How subversive would that be? You questioning your relation to AI now? No. It's movies like Chappie. That shit'll make me question my relation to AI, but not Detroit Become Human. Detroit Become Human will just make me very glad I did not buy the game. And very reassured that I never want to buy anything by him.
What do you want?
Heavy Rain was bad. Was enough for me to be discouraged from doing it. Yeah, Chappie made me happy because I've talked about this before. Fuck, I think I talked about this last night before. Chappie showed a good AI. Showed a happy robot being a good boy. Despite having a horrible upbringing and abusive parents, and being raised in poverty, and being physically and mentally abused, it still grew up to be kind and caring about people and wanting to make the world a better place. That's such a fucking hopeful message, even though there was a lot of exploding and Diane Wood in that movie. It was good. And a really optimistic twist on a very stale narrative we have about AI that, oh my god, they're gonna take over everything and kill everyone because Terminator, Matrix, herpa derpa derpa. Which in itself, and this is a rant I went on the last time I was playing Stellaris, is a derivative of Greek stories about parenthood and childhood and talking about Zeus and Kronos and Oedipus and stuff like that. That the child will eventually grow up to kill and replace their parents, that the parents' role is constantly in struggle with their offspring, and that generations secretly hate each other and want to kill and or fuck each other and assert dominance over each other. It's just a continuation of that narrative, which in Greek mythology I think is, and in Greek history is something that's pathetic and sad, and in modern culture is just lacking imagination. Alright, so we're gonna pop down here. And remember how I was a total scumbag? Oh god, it's doing this. On the boat. The boat in San Francisco. The boat in San Francisco with the aliens is called the... Not the raft. It's not called a raft. It's a... Tanker? The tanker. Yeah, sure, I'll go with that. Remember how we were like, poke our head in, shoot, a couple people leave? I'm not saying I'm doing that, but I am shooting this guy in the eyes. Oh my god, the lag. It'll fix itself. Tanker. Yep, I got there. It took me way longer than I would have liked. You ready, bitch? I can't read that as in you ready, comma, bitch, question mark. You ready, bitch? To me, sounds like they're calling me a ready, eager, enthusiastic bitch, which, alright, sure. 1 frame per second, yeah. This is such a weird thing. I thought combat might make it better, but it looks like it's making it worse. It might be resolving itself now. Nah, still pretty rough. Oop, there it goes. All it takes is a good body sliding across the floor to fix the frame rate. I might be wrong. I'm wrong. Suik, just keep sliding bodies around. Yep, Suik fixed it. Just let the bodies hit the floor and we'll be good to go. Suik, you the man. Sliding bodies is clearly the way to fix every problem. I stand corrected. Yeah, I thought it was going to be painful too, but oh ye of little faith, gotta believe in Saint Suik. So I'm being a scumbag here. I know. I have no regrets. I offer zero apologies for doing this, because there's about 1 million fucking gangsters downstairs. More than half of them have automatic weapons, and it just takes 1 bad round to completely wipe that out. So I'm gonna go down, kill 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 if I'm feeling crazy. Come back upstairs. Go downstairs, kill a few more, come upstairs, heal, back and forth, back and forth. Is it exploitive? You're goddamn right it's an exploit. Am I sorry? No. Not even a little. I offer zero apologies for this. Patron saint of listening to spirits and dying of stupidity. I'm alright with that. I'd have a small altar to Saint Suik. Hit for 46. Well, look at the time. Time to go. How about that? Just be on my way now. Cass hit me too hard, so rest until healed. That was on YouTube, and I keep forgetting to remove that from the overlay. On Streamlabs, you can plug in your YouTube account, and when I made my Streamlabs account, I'm like, why not? That's why not, because I will hear a sound that's not the following sound, and it's not the subscription sound, and I'll see someone is subscribed, I'm like, but they're not here in chat. I don't believe that they've subscribed. That's YouTube. So, hey, if you're watching this, what is this, going up like August 23rd? Thanks. Hopefully you're still around. Wish you were here. If I did a better job of posting schedules when I was going live instead of just winging it and posting it to Twitter, you might be. I own responsibility for my bad telepresence. Is this... I can't tell if this is one of Mordino's men. It kind of has the right... Let's go for it. Please don't be a gambler. Yeah! Alright, yeah. Perfect. Are you pulling a bead on me? Gambler down here? Excuse you? Oh god, we're going after the casino patrons. We're just lighting the whole place up. Oh god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can I end combat? Nope, end our round here. Hopefully somebody runs into view. I didn't mean to gun down the entire casino. I blame Sulik. Sulik is really the most bloodthirsty party member here. He's gone after homeless people for no reason. That's probably going to be my takeaway memory of Sulik's character in this game, just straight up murdering homeless people who weren't attacking us at all. Being just a straight up monster sometimes. Here, leave a note to myself. Dreamlabs. Cut YouTube. Especially if I'm recording something off stream and I'll get like, so-and-so just subscribe. Might be a mistake. Is this one of Mordino's men? Well-dressed men, his clothes catch the light and reflect it, nearly blinding you. Out of range. Well, fine. You know what? I'm going upstairs. I don't even care. We're gonna reload. Gonna sit around and heal. Then we're gonna go back down. It looks like there's a reasonable amount of gangsters left down there. Save, murder, and we've gotten very little out of this. Good loot the bodies, and by that I mean we really should be looting these fucking bodies. I'm of two minds about it, right? I'm basically only wanting to take guns that I value, which is more or less just shotguns and rifles at this point. I want to take the money on the bodies themselves, because that's always good. They don't have much on them, and I don't have the strength to carry around all the refuse and crap that they have and turn around and sell it. I know I should, if I'm being a good min-maxer. Little Jesus has a knife named after himself. It's pretty good. It's not as good as a super sledgehammer. It's really nebulous when exactly you're supposed to be at level for taking out this gang, because that knife is good right up until you get the super sledgehammer. So it's right until that point that presumably you should be able to come in here. But even now, when we come in here with super sledgehammers and fully automatic 223 firing rifles, we still run into trouble. It's very oddly balanced. Could be intentionally so. Probably intentionally so. Alright, we're just gonna walk out of here and get gunned down by these two dudes. Yep, there it is. Only hit by 9. Okay, that's really not that bad. So these gentlemen use some pretty good guns if you get caught unawares by them. Missing link is power armor, yeah. But to get power armor, I have to go to fucking Navarro. And if I'm getting power armor, I should have a super sledgehammer by then, because taking out Navarro is going to be a hell of a lot harder than taking out a bunch of casino thugs and bouncers. I don't know, it's a really ambiguous area. What I was feeling like was, oh yeah, I definitely need power armor before I come back here. But now that I'm back here, no, I guess what I needed was just shitty exploits to to game the stairs, and that'll do. So I don't know what's right and what's wrong there. Well, the Mordinos are the only gang in town now. I suppose we should go up to the stables and go meet the, oh god, what's his name? The guy who makes Jet. Get him to develop a cure. I totally forget where we go to get the cure developed. You know, around. We'll get around. We're a Vault citizen, so we can go talk to people in the Vault about it, maybe. Or Vault City about it. Myron, yeah, that's his name. Such a lovable piece of garbage. Not really all that lovable. Such a piece of garbage, I guess. McLovin? Yeah, he really is proto-McLovin. That's not a terrible description at all, and that's quite apt. Alright, Stables. And since I killed your boss, you're already primed to take a shot. Sorry, take a shot. There we go. Not everyone on the inside is going to be aggressive. Many of them will be, but I do not need to shoot the slaves. And Sulik, this is more me just talking to the game here. Sulik, buddy, you don't have to kill everyone inside. You don't have to kill the slaves. Please God, don't kill the slaves. We're supposed to be the good guys here. I missed twice. Shameful. End combat. Nope, turn. End combat. Just end combat. End combat. End combat. Damn it! It begins. So it looks like, well, this person ran past me. They must be evil. So we just killed a slave. No, alright. Guess we're doing this. It's like when they went off on killing the children, too. Your companions are unquestionably much more morally ambiguous people than you are. Proto-McLovin. Yeah, word I never thought I'd hear for 300. It's pretty good. I would absolutely love to hear... I don't want to read a paper on it, but I'd love to hear somebody make an argument for McLovin or a McLovin type character being a character trope or a character type popular in media where the trope was from originally, its evolution over time. Find an excuse to throw in the term proto-McLovin in there somewhere. This is why academia is fun. You make bullshit like that happen. Alright, Mordino's man is killed. I think that's everybody aggressive in here. I may be wrong, but the rest of these are just slaves. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sulik's bloodlust cannot be sated. Slave or no. God damn it. Found my doctoral thesis. Hello, I want to talk about a very successful movie from the mid-2000s. And how it really reflects the cultural evolution of certain stereotypes coming to a forefront in the modern media. We stop just... Guess we're just murdering slaves now. Guess that's our MO. Okay. Nah, it's fine. I didn't walk in here wanting to take the moral high ground or anything. God damn it, Sulik. Stop. Stop. For the love of God, just leave me alone. I'm trying, NPC. I'm trying. Alright, there we go. Sulik's bloodlust has been, for now, sated. I'm not trying to slaughter you and everyone you're stuck here with, but my friend here, the one with the big sledgehammer, he has different thoughts on the matter. Yes, hello, scientist? Scientist? Ah, Marjorie Reed. Bald woman doesn't even look up from a clipboard. Yes? Were you? Okay, I'm very busy, so if you don't mind, who are you and how did you end up in here? Looking for Myron. Is he around? Try downstairs in the lab, the guarded door. If you see him, tell him not to come up here. Tell him to come up here when he has a chance, if he's not too busy. What are you doing? Can I see those test results? You're a researcher. Never seen you before. How do I know you know much about pharmaceutical research? Well, I know a fair amount from the composition and manufacture of base neurochemical compounds, and I think I could be of some assistance to your studies. Let me give you a rundown of what we're doing here. We test the effects of a potency of a methamphetamine, Methamphetamine? Meta? Wait. Meta? Methamphetamine? A methamphetamine? Isn't it meth? Whatever. Called Jet. Is that a typo, or am I... Methamphetamine. No, methamphetamine is not what I'm looking for. Methamphetamine is what I read that as. Metaamphetamine, or methamphetamine, is not a thing. I think they're just missing the T here. Yeah, I think they're missing the T. I think that's supposed to be methamphetamine. Jesus Christ, it is remarkable the number of games. Yeah, I think it's methamphetamine, but for some reason it's saying metamphetamine. The amount of games that just need a good copywriter to go through and read every line of dialogue is amazing. I complain about Paradox titles and Stellaris in particular a lot, in EU4 as well, and a lot of mods, but Jesus Christ. And how's the research coming? Not so well, our schedule is tight. We need to purify the jet manufacturing process soon. Why? Jet seems habit-forming enough already. It's potent enough, but there's room for improvement. The brass wants to increase jet distribution in Reading. They want reliance rates as close to 100% as we can get. It's going to require us pulling in long hours. It's a deal with Reading. No one's come out and said it, but it's probably due to jet distribution in Reading. Jet's proven potent enough, but there's a good room for improvement. Okay, Who controls the chems? The Mordinos, of course. Myron laid up all the groundwork for Jet's composition. We mostly do cleanup work. Myron, your boss. You could call it that. He's a smart one. I'll give him that. Doesn't care much about what goes on up here. He mostly stays in the basement vault. No visitors except for the train of prostitutes. Typical project leader. Well, I suppose you could see him. Just let me give you a temporary badge. Show it to the guards. Yes, hello, guards. I have killed your boss and everyone you work for, but I talked real nice to the project lead upstairs and she said I could come in. Nothing weird here. Just completely normal stuff. No, sir, excuse me, I have a badge. I have a badge. I can be here. Maybe you need to talk to the woman upstairs said that Myron's in here. Yeah, I'd love that job too. Generally, that's the job of QA to catch something like that, quality analysis. But QA is increasingly, my understanding, is increasingly moving towards using different programs and algorithms to test for problems without having to manually do everything itself. And, you know, generally there are a lot of lines of code. And QA is often more slated making sure the game fucking works than that everything is grammatically correct. But come on. It's not hard work. It's not hard work if you're a native English speaker, I should say. If you don't natively speak English, okay, it's a little more difficult. But yeah, I would absolutely love to... Oh, Myron.
What can Myron do for you?
Die, probably, Myron. You can probably die for me. Easy there, Tiger. Those hormones in check. You Myron?
Say, you one of Mordino's new whores or just a big fan of Myron? Ooh, you got a name to go with those legs, beautiful?
You, Myron, are a prime example of everything that's wrong with young men. I'm Elizabeth.
Whatever, beautiful. Want some drugs to break the ice, or should we just get down to some mattress dancing?
Who the fuck would call it mattress dancing? You, clearly, because you're a straw man character that's supposed to be creepy and unlikable and kind of... Yeah, whatever. It's a well-written character if it evokes these feelings and disgust. It's well-written. I don't have 10 seconds to spare right now. What are you talking about?
You ever heard of Jet, beautiful? Well, you're talking to its maker. Its creator. Its God.
You didn't make Jet.
Sorry to prove you wrong, beautiful, but look around. This lab ain't just for show.
You may jet. Stuff is on killing on the streets.
Damn right I did. I make the shit everybody wants and can't get enough of.
Why'd you do it?
Why? 'Cause I could. Family Mordino needed a product.
I'm so
Myron
glad
was
he
a product.
dies.
Mordino
I'm
was
so
happy.
glad.
At least as happy as they're able. Nice little circle of love, huh?
You happy here?
Pretty much. They give me whores, cash, drugs, my own lab, the creative freedom I need to make magic. But, well, no, it's a good gig.
Well, what?
Well, see, the Mordinos don't show Myron the R-E-S-P-E-C-T, right?
Yeah,
I tell
because
'em what they
you would
should be
know
doing,
that
they say,
song
"Shut up, Myron," or,
200
"Go back to
years
the lab,
later.
Myron, bastards.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Maybe I could help you? You want to ditch this town, travel with me, the Mordinos will wake up to how valuable you are.
They've forgotten.
Oh, I
I'm
clicked the
reason
second
they
option
control
instead.
Reno,
Whoops.
And the reason why Redding will be sucking to their tit in a few months. Most Mordinos got more hair in their butt than brain cells, you know what I'm saying?
Eloquently put. Was that about Redding?
Redding? Town full of gold diggers. Mordino wants to control it all, so he comes to me and his
And his
wheezing voice
eyebrows
says,
moving with everything he
"Myron,
says. It's just
Myron,
fucking
make me
fantastic.
something that'll
Ah,
give you
Myron!
Redding."
Too much. And you say,
And I say, okay, what time frame we looking at? He goes, of course, yesterday. Crime lords. Want everything done
oh
fast
god,
and
yeah,
sloppy.
that is
At least they
uncomfortable.
don't have
Just
a
that
marketing
eyebrow.
department.
Eyebrow. Other
What you wanna
questions.
know?
Tell me about Jet.
My
Cure.
beautiful. Look, this is drug addiction, not an STD. Only cure is to go cold turkey, and that's a real difficult option with Jet.
Consider it a challenge.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it can't be done, alright? It's a goddamn drug, not a bacterial infection.
It's a highly habitual methamphetamine. See, again, they're saying methamphetamine. What the fuck is a methamphetamine? That's not a thing. Did the writer just not know what methamphetamine was? Or is a methamphetamine something else? A methamphetamine is not a thing. An amphetamine... amphetamine. That is an excellent autocorrect. No, an amphetamine is a potent central nervous system stimulant. A methamphetamine is not a fucking thing. It's not a thing. Not a thing. There's an article from September 10th, 1998, the year in review from the Weekly Week. Student death blamed on methamphetamines. Okay, this might be what it's referencing. Palo Alto, 2 Stanford graduate students found dead on their lifestyle apartment. Police cause of death to be an overdose of a new and lethal drug known on the street as drug, or methamphetamines. We arrived, there were clearly 2 bodies with X's drawn over their eyes, clearly indicating the victims were dead, Paulson said. Next to the bodies, we found a piece of paper that said, suicide note. Okay, this might be what this is referencing. Police believe the 2 may have taken their own lives. The incident is the 3rd methamphetamine-related death in 2048. 2048? What? In nearby Berkeley, California, a woman wrote and directed a short play in which a character bearing her name died after taking the drug. In Massachusetts, Cambridge police found a leaflet featuring a photo of a drawing of a dead body captioned above, methamphetamine overdose. By all accounts, methamphetamine was invented in the late 2030s by John Milanowski, a professor emeritus of philosophy and sometimes drug peddler at Cornell University. Milanowski had the idea of creating something that would both illustrate the notion of reflexivity for his students and hook more of them on crack, a 20th century drug which at the time was undergoing a revival of sorts. What he hit upon was a methamphetamine molecule, which is made up of 3 methane molecules covalently bonded with a neo-futurist manifesto. The drug does not directly influence the mental state of the user, but rather works on other drugs that are in the user's system. Ah, okay, since methamphetamine, it affects the amphetamines. Okay, alright, yeah, sure, the other drugs are mentally altered. Explains Cornell chemist John Milanowski, whose new biography, Dr. Milanowski, entitled Milanowski, is published by Cornell University Press next month. The drug's inhibitions are loosened, causing them to act like drugs that the drugs that deep down they wish that they were. Aspirin, for example, has always said it could have been heroin if it had been given the right opportunities as a youth. On methamphetamines, that tends to come out. Now the methamphetamine use is skyrocketing. Community leaders in university towns nationwide are afraid that their young adults are falling prey to a new epidemic. I see so many cases every day and it breaks my heart, says Dr. James Dobson of Austin General Hospital, located near the University of Texas. These kids crave the desire to use the drug so badly you often have to restrain them physically to keep them from wanting it. They act out the withdrawal symptoms that drug-addicted people are supposed to have. Sometimes they get violent, or at least bring in substances or sculptures whose jarring lines mimic the violence of contemporary society. Thankfully, I haven't had any deaths yet, he added, although I've had to pump a few stomach pumps. Okay. Most of all, officials fear that methamphetamines are only the first of a rash of new conceptual drugs. Already, rumors are spreading about a new drug called dial-ecstasy, the effects of which seems to have been even more theoretically severe. It's more horrible than I could have imagined, said Austin parent Joanne Theobald, whose son Harris has become hooked on dial-ecstasy. At first he simply was not himself, but now he's someone else entirely. Warning signs that a friend or family member might be addicted to methamphetamines. Does he seem to have become despondent and disinterested in life? Has he drawn a picture of a gun and tried to kill himself? Does he often talk about conversations he overheard where the participants had just seen a violent movie or television show? Does he ever hold a thought bubble above his head that contains the word death? When asked about how he's feeling, does he say, "I don't feel very good. I'm hooked on methamphetamines"? What a time to be alive. September 10th, 1998. Holy fuck. Wow. Okay. That's a deep cut joke, if that is a reference. That is amazing. This is the point I was making earlier about having no idea what the fuck Fallout is joking about half the time, because it's a reference to a goddamn news article from Southern California from 1998. It's basically a highly habitual methamphetamine, right? So it makes the amphetamines amphetamized. It makes the drugs drugged. Couldn't you use a nervous system suppressant to break the reliance?
Nice try, no dice. Jet ain't blocked that easy. Once it's in your system, it ain't coming out.
What about using some kind of endorphin blocker? That would repress the chemical and psychological addiction, wouldn't it?
Christ, that has got to be the dumbest.
To find that definition, I googled meta as one word and amphetamine as the second word. Now, of course, Google tried to autocorrect it to methamphetamine because that's the joke. But if you keep it as two separate words, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. wigley.weeklyweek.com/www.weeklyweek.com/09109/metamphetamines, all one word, .html. I know I said that really fast. Slow down the YouTube video or the Twitch VOD, and you can hear what I'm saying there. Gotta be the dumbest. There we go. Well,
maybe it would work, but I'm pretty sure Jet would just chew right through that shit. Now, why the hell are we even talking about this? Where would you get your hands on endorphin blockers anyway?
You tell me, Myron. You're a bright guy.
Maybe Vault City. They have a pretty good medical warehouse. A lot of old pre-Holocaust bases also used to stock them to prevent combat drug addiction.
And that's a thing. Myron is one of the few people who, in the Fallout franchise, refer to the war as the Holocaust. The atomic holocaust was used in Fallout 1 to refer to it a couple of times, but Myron is probably written by the same individual who wrote that line in the original game. A lot of people will say old world or pre-war isn't a thing yet, but old world is used much more predominantly. Pre-Holocaust. Holocaust has some pretty fucking heavy baggage to it. Shouldn't be throwing that around all willy-nilly. Why don't we try Vault City?
You'd have better luck convincing a rad scorpion to part with its tail than get Vault City to give up anything.
I mean, you say that, but I'm a Vault City citizen, so it won't actually be that hard. No harm in trying. To Vault City we go. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I keep hitting exit for some, or cancel on this for some stupid reason. 75 trap, I think, is what we need to set that. So we are very close. We're 6 points away from being able to do that. Hey, Myron, I'll be back. You're not coming with me. I can't stand you when you're really bad in combat. To the car! Alright, good. We'll go to the car. We will heal. By that I mean we're going to pull up OBS to make sure I'm not running over time. Tab out, tab back in, as we do. Oh wow, we're at 56 minutes. My sense of time is getting better. For today, we're gonna heal first. And then we're gonna run off to Vault City so we can cure jet usage. And be on our pretty way. Yeah, feel free to go to sleep. Thanks for hanging out so late. I will definitely be heading to bed not too long from now. Yeah, have a great night. What? Oh. Excuse me, I'm trying to get into my automobile. I know, I double parked. Goodbye. More dinos, man. Oh, Suik's gonna kill you, and that's gonna pull in the next guy. Oh, you are quite durable. Okay. Now you're dead. Doing the excellent sliding. Gone. And combat. Fine. Fine, we'll kill the final Mordino. The last Mordino. Why has my hit chance gotten so bad? Strange. Not that far away. It's daytime. Could be that Sulik was between us. Well, BB gun's not super long range either. It's fine. No. Stop. God damn it. Oh, hey, running around in one warehouse wasn't enough. Time to go run around in a second one. Trying to put a cut in the video here, you motherfuckers. Well, there's someone with a 10mm in there. I know that sound by now. Where's Marcus? Marcus isn't dead, is he? Maybe he got left behind. Oh God. Carry on my wayward son. Just slid off screen. Is he dead? Okay, he's dead. You slide that far off screen, you better be dead. And I still can't shoot anyone. Okay, walk up here. Wait, no, Sulik, don't. Stop. Sulik, how about you don't start stabbing random people? We're good. We can walk away. We can walk away. We can't walk away. Why we gotta be killing slaves? Why? Why is this? Why is this our life now? God damn it. We came in here to save people, you motherfuckers. Be smelling the fear of death on you. Yeah, so look, imagine that. You're killing people in front of them. I would join in the fight, but I'm fairly sure that the slaves count as innocent, and that joining in would not be good for our karma. So instead, I'm just standing here and letting it happen, which arguably cannot be any better. Ah, why you do this game? Why? Oh, no, there's Marcus. Hey, Marcus, wanna watch Cass and Suet completely lose their shit and just slaughter these innocent people? Because the game won't let me stop it? There we go. God, Jesus. One of the reasons why I don't love companions in games like this. The AI this early on was not great. Not great. I'm gonna quick save there, pretend none of that happened, go up to Vault City. We're gonna have to leave Marcus outside the gates because he's a dirty mutant and Vault City's racist. Sorry, buddy. No encounters. Well, okay, it's been an hour. Thanks for hanging out. I've been Alex, you've been you. I'm gonna stream for 1 more hour tonight, but if you were watching this on YouTube after the fact, this is gonna be it for tonight. Stop by again tomorrow for more of this. In the meantime, be sure to follow, like, subscribe, comment, share. Subscribe to me on Twitch. You'll see me when I'm actually live. Follow me on... subscribe to me. Follow me on Twitch. Subscribe to me on Twitch if you feel like treating me. Twitter's a good way to see when I'm going live too. And you know all this by now. This is like part 30 something of the series by now, I'm sure. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.